Yo, what's going on, Philadelphia Eagles fans? It's your boy Philly Day One, and let's talk about the offense as a whole. We all know that coaching is playing a part in us not being that great on offense. We're getting penalties. We're leading the league in 3 and outs. Some of our play calls to the defensive calls aren't really creative. We know that. But it's the whole offense, guys. It's the offensive line. It's the tight end. It's the running back. It's the whole offense. We're just not synced up right now. And Merrill Reese explains that better than anybody. We're gonna watch that video. And Jalen Hurts has missed some games. He's not played so well. But if you look at the Super Bowl, year, he wasn't so great that year. You seen A.J. Brown reading the book and stuff like that. He wasn't so great in the regular season then. Then in the playoffs, he turns it on. So, my first question before we get into the conversation of what Nick Sirianni back and Jalen Hurts, my first question to y'all is: do y'all believe? Is it okay? Is it okay? Because if he get in the playoff, he balls out of control. He's the best, if not the best quarterback in the playoffs almost every year. So, do that kind of give you a little leeway into what Jalen Hurts does in the regular season? Because he's not a regular season quarterback. He's a pressure playoff type quarterback. When he get in the playoffs, he just goes crazy. So does that alleviate him having these kind of very regular seasons? So let me know what y'all think about that. Let me know what y'all think about that. And Nick Sirianni went to back his quarterback and to say everything that he's been saying, almost like it's scripted, like he wrote it down, and he just, anytime that question comes up, he says this. And we got the video, and I'm gonna give y'all my opinion on it. Jalen Carter, I wouldn't say that Jalen Carter is, I guess a lot of people are saying he's underperforming. And he was way more disruptive last season than this season. I don't know if the league has kind of adapted to Jalen Carter or anything. Maybe his confidence take a hit. I don't know. But it's very clear that Jalen Carter has not been as much of a menace as he usually is. And maybe it's because of all these holding calls that he's not getting. Last season, he got a nice bit of holding calls. Jalen Carter is being held almost 80% of the time. These ain't facts. This is just me seeing the game, watching the game. He gets held almost on every other play. And they're in your face holds. So, refs ain't call them. They done made it a thing to where they just not gonna call them. And I think that is the reason why his production is dipping. Like why he's not, he don't seem like the same player. And what can we do about that? I honestly don't know what you can do about that. If you're going to get held all game long and there's no calls, I don't know what you can do about that. But I got a couple of plays that we're going to show where it'll tell you, or you can kind of see him getting held and maybe some moves that he would like to have back. So let's get into it.
Say I done fell many times, but I got back up. I've been drugged through the mud, like it ain't been enough. I'm still going, 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 still going. And I done felt so much pain that I wanna give up, but I can't stop now, 'cause I've been through too much. I'm still going, 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 still going.
Yeah. So let's go straight into Merrill Reese's video of him talking about how it's the whole offense. It's the whole offense. It's not just one thing. And that's the scariest part about it, is that we can't, if it was just one thing, we just fix that and go about our business. But that's not the issue. It's the whole offense. So let's watch that video.
Everybody likes to point the finger at the offensive coordinator and the play calling. The play calling is important, but it's not the end all. It's the execution. It's all one, as you said, at the line of scrimmage. It's out physicaling the other team. Yeah, you can get a creative play here and there that works, but basically it's about the guys on the field really coming forth with their best effort and their best performance and just taking it to the other team.
Merrill, let's end with this. How seriously are you taking the Cowboys right now? Because there's two parts to this. One, the Eagles are struggling, which is obvious. But 3 weeks ago, we would have said, all right, if they drop a couple games, it's okay because they have a huge cushion. Well, that cushion is disappearing by the week. Dallas is on a heater. They're going to play Thursday night in Detroit. They're only a game and a half back now. Merrill, how seriously do you take the Cowboys as we come down the stretch?
Well, they're serious. I mean, they're playing really well right now, but I don't think it's impossible for them to lose at Detroit. I think the Lions are fighting for their playoff lives, and they're at Detroit, so I don't think this is a given for the Cowboys. I mean, I would think that the Cowboys are the better team right now than the Lions, but I think for one night the Lions could push them around.
Is the whole offense. Nick Sirianni said that he's going to evaluate the whole thing. I don't know what y'all think about that, whether you take that with a grain of salt, because we've been saying it for 12 weeks. I kind of take it with a grain of salt because we have been seeing it for 12 weeks. You know what I'm saying? If it was that simple to fix, we'd have probably fixed it. So I'm hoping they'll figure something out. Everybody just come together and just, figure this out. We got a Super Bowl winning team. On paper, it's a Super Bowl winning team. If we could just get it together, if we could just get into a bond, get into a rhythm, and, man, you know what? Nick Foles actually said he thought that maybe Kevin Petula should sit in the box. I didn't know this, but Kevin Petula's career, he was in the box, and he could see down. You could see all the formations. You could see game time situations, making it better to call plays. So, Vic Fangio sits in the box, and he calls his plays from there. And maybe that's something that Kevin Petula should, visit. So, right now, what do you have to lose? Try for it. And we got Nick Sirianni talking about Jalen Hurts, how he always talk about Jalen Hurts, but we're going to play that video now.
One thing I'll say is Jalen will do anything. I think Jalen has proven that he'll do anything he needs to do to win each and every game. And if that means running, he'll run. And if that means throwing it or handing it to Saquon 20 times, he'll do that. And if that means throwing it 50 times, he'll do that. And so that's what one thing I can say. It is like, I don't want to downplay anything that anybody hears with reports, but we are not focused on that. So it's not like, hey, this report was out, let's Jalen and I have a conversation about it. When you're totally focused on what you have to do and not focused on anything else, then those things don't affect you. And that's how we have to live, because as you guys know, there's different reports of everything out there. This report is out there, this report's out there. If we involved ourselves in all those things, I wouldn't have time to do anything else. And so, we're in a constant communication about everything. And that's why it's so important that you go through your process and you talk through everything, and you talk through the game plan, you talk through what you can do better, what you can't, what you did really well. And so we're in constant communication about that stuff. Basically.
And he does, man. I'm not going to put no dirt on his name other than him not playing well in the regular season. He does everything that we need him to do to win. So that's why it was kind of hard for me to believe that it's just certain things he's not going to do, certain things that just didn't sound like Jalen Hurts to me. So when they said that, I'm just like, I kind of want to take that, for what it is. And I don't really know Jalen Hurts, but what I know of Jalen Hurts, it don't seem like he will do that. To put the offense in a bad situation because you don't want to run a certain thing, it don't seem like him. He even said it when he was getting his contract. He was just like, whatever you do to get me my contract, just make sure. This is what he told his agent. Just make sure I don't screw the team. So he seems very team oriented, and that don't match what we've known him to be. So that's everything. So let's get into these what you calls. Jalen Carter has been, I wouldn't say out the way, but I think he's been struggling this season. He did deal with a shoulder injury, a wrist injury, stuff like that. I wonder if he's still dealing with those injuries, opposed to him being held. We're gonna watch two videos where one video, he kind of takes the wrong lane to stopping the run against the Chicago Bears, and the other video is he's chasing the backside down, and they're clearly holding him. Not by the neck, but they were like right behind him holding him. So let me just play these videos for you.
This play has been bugging me since last Friday. It's first down at the 4. All right? Kyle Monangai, a rookie 7th-round pick in the backfield. It's a 10-9 game. Whatever reason, the Eagles, they shift here. All right? Fine. All right? We got the linebackers 10 toes on the goal line. Good. Mitchell, 10 toes on the goal line. All right? Defending the goal line. This is the worst. I've never seen a goal line defense where your defensive tackle goes upfield like this. And then you get this, like nobody wins. All they're doing is catching blocks. Nobody's penetrating. Like they're just catching blocks here. Nobody wins. So now, because Carter goes out there, you got N'Kobe getting washed up. And Monangai scores. And he's like, when we played Rider College at Rutgers, it was more difficult to score than that.
And he's not going to get these calls. We should get them. It was a bunch of them. Like we had a lot of those calls. We could have gotten a lot of those calls against the Cowgirls when Dak Prescott threw that ball to the speedster and he ran up. I think it was like 20-something yards he had off of that catch. It was three guys got held in that play. 3 guys got held. We cannot count on the refs right now, and that kind of like eliminates Jalen Carter for being a part of the defense. So I hopefully we can get some calls, just half of them really. Like half of the calls will be okay at this point, because we're getting really nothing from the Denver game to some of the Cowgirls game. It's been so lopsided when it comes to calls. So hopefully we'll get some calls, man. It'll change the way we play. We'll be a little more motivated to do certain things. That's all I got, man. Like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications on so you do not miss a video. And we out. Let's go Birds.